Welcome back to the JDG question and answer session. We're on week 2. And of course, this week, it was only fair that the lettings team got a question.
Mm-hmm.
So Josh, I've been pulled this one out of the hat, and it's quite a good one.
Okay.
What is the difference between a deposit and a reposit?
I get asked this question all the time, landlords and tenants alike. So basically, deposit is what everyone traditionally knows. It's something that is paid upfront at the start of a tenancy, just in case there is any damages, any problems at the end of the tenancy. It's a security deposit, dilapidations deposit, loads of names for it. Now that's capped at 5 weeks, and it's money that you pay upfront with your first month's rent, and that gets protected with one of the deposit schemes. So, and you'll get some certificates, some paperwork to say it's protected.
Okay.
At the end of the tenancy, all the checkouts will be done, and if there's any claims on the deposit, that'll be discussed, and the rest of the deposit gets returned to the tenant. The difference between that and a reposit is that a reposit is a 1 week's non-refundable payment.
Okay.
And once you've paid that 1 week, you don't get it back, but you don't have to find a massive bulk, huge payment when you move in, especially with prices going up at the moment.
Okay, so this sounds quite interesting. What's the benefit?
So for a tenant, you don't have to find a huge, massive upfront payment. If you're paying £900 a month house, a 5-week deposit is a lot of money to add on top of your first month's rent.
But how about the landlord?
So for the landlord's point of view, they actually get more protection with a reposit. The government caps a deposit at 5 weeks, lots of does and res. A reposit is actually 8 weeks worth of protection for the landlord. So whenever we come to the end of the tenancy on a reposit, the tenant hasn't had to get as much money up front, and as long as they leave everything clean and tidy, there wouldn't be any claims. But just like with a traditional deposit, if there were any claims, we show the inventory, we show the checkout, and we all agree that something needs to be improved, cleaning, or maybe bits of a rent arrears and things like that. So it gives the landlord more protection. It helps the helps the tenant not have to find as much money up front, and generally is something that we're encouraging people to consider, especially with ever increasing costs at the moment. So it does depend. We offer both. We have to offer both anyway, so we can have a chat with tenants and landlords alike as to what route they prefer to go down. There's no pressure either way, but there's definitely benefits and pros and cons from both sides of it as well.
Quick question. Which is the most popular at the moment?
At the moment, Reposit is on its way up. We're having a lot more.
Okay.
Tenants don't have to find as much money to start off with, so you pay that 1 week's rent and then you don't have to think about it anymore. So that is definitely something that is happening at the moment.
Brilliant. Thanks for that.
No problem at all. Have to join us next week.
Yep, so that is Lettings question. Next week we're back where I think Josh is going to find a question out of the hat for me. Thanks for watching.